Trolls. I've had my personal experience with trolls, and I personally despise them too. And you're right, a lot of them are just a bunch of teenage kids. They have way too much time on their hands, and I've got an answer for them too. Okay. But the first thing I wanted to bring up was you were talking about people have gotten your name, your address, your phone number, personal information basically. And my response to that is, that's a dangerous thing. That is identity theft. You need to report that to the police. And I'll tell you the reason why. Even if the troll himself who has got this information doesn't put it to good use, because he has put it on YouTube, because he has put it on some sort of an email or whatever, somebody's going to find that information. They really will put it to good use. So if you're finding something like that, you need to turn that into the police immediately. Because even if the troll himself doesn't put it to good use, somebody else will. And when that happens, it's a nightmare. It really is. I would get really concerned if somebody found out my personal information. And I'd act on it almost immediately. Because like I said, if the troll himself doesn't use that information, somebody else probably will. And if they do, you're going to have a heap of trouble. It's not something you want. I agree with you. These trolls, they're wasting time. Here's my answer to them. While you are sitting there wasting your time trashing our videos, what's happening is you're not getting the education you need. One day you're going to graduate from high school, and then you're going to get some 2-bit job, and you're going to complain. Oh, my boss is mean to me. I don't get enough pay. I work so hard. I can just hear all these wonderful complaints. Let me tell you something. The trolling you're doing now is going to cost you later on. It's going to cost you in your career. It's going to cost you in your housing. The whole 9 yards. You could end up being unemployed on the street because you spent too much time trolling and not enough time getting yourself educated so you can have a decent job. But hey, while you're standing there behind the counter of that Kentucky Fried Chicken, I'll be the one making the better money. Now that's not something being prideful, that's just something that's just true. I got the education, you didn't. That's why you're there and I'm here. Now, I'm not saying I make multi-millions of dollars. I do not make multi-millions of dollars. And quite honestly, if I made multi-millions of dollars, that would mean that I have multi-million dollars worth of a headache, too. The more money you make, the more headaches you get. Trust me. It takes time to manage that kind of money. And the more money you make, the more time it takes to manage it. I'm not kidding you. It becomes more hassle than what it's worth. So no, I'm not some multimillionaire. I don't know that I really want to be. I just want a sustainable income, that's all. And right now I have a barely sustainable income. But let me tell you something. 20 years ago, I told my former high school classmates that the dollar was going to be devalued by 1/2 within my lifetime. And you know what? About 20 years later, that became true. Because one day I found the British pound was actually worth double what the US dollar was. Wow. That became a reality. And this economy is not getting any better. It's actually getting worse. I know there are a lot of people that are trying to tell you it's getting better. It's not. It's getting worse. And with this drought, it's really going to get bad. So jobs are going to become more and more scarce. And that education is going to either make or break you. It's that simple. Alright? And I agree with you. You shouldn't have to make bad videos just to get ratings. You should make the videos that you really want to make. And when you're starting to make bad videos just to try to get ratings, you need to really kind of get out of the game. Get out of the game, reassess yourself, think about what you're doing, and make quality videos that people really will want to watch. And personally, I would either go with news stories that you want to discuss, or better yet, some education, because a lot of people are going to need it. And if you trolls think you don't need that education now, you wait. Because one day that unemployment line is going to be waiting for you. And And while I'm driving by in my car, I'm going to be watching you in that unemployment line. And I'm going to be laughing. I don't have to beat you up. I don't have to track you down. All I have to do is wait until you end up on that unemployment line, and then I will get the last laugh. So there you go. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.